Hey, what's up? Let's talk about Speed Racer issue number 1. Let's go, Speed Racer. So our story starts out 10 years in the past. We see a young Speed Racer watching his brother Rex win the Formula X Grand Prix, I think it is, which inspires Speed to become a professional race car driver like his brother. We end up jumping to the present. We end up seeing Speed actually ends up becoming an illegal street racer who races for money in the Mach 5. Yeah, I said that right. One night while competing in an illegal street race, which is under Formula X rules, which means they can use all their crazy gadgets like the buzzsaws, the jumping cars, the chains shooting out of cars, stuff like that. Speed enters this and actually wins this particular race and gets a lot of money out of it. So we come to find out Speed and his brother Spritel end up sneaking out of the house to compete in this illegal street race. They try to put everything back to the way it was so Pops wouldn't find out. Alas, Pops ends up finding out. And when Speed and Pop get into this big, huge fight, Pop basically forbids Speed to compete in any Formula X race because of what happened to his brother Rex. Speed basically says, look, the bills are piling up. We are about to lose everything. If it's not for me trying to compete in Formula X, I can win it all, win the grand prize, and I can help our family out. They do not see eye to eye, alas, and they kind of go sulk in their own little parts of the world. So Speed ends up actually going to a diner to soak his woes and actually ends up meeting a girl named Trixie who he hits it off with. Then we switch back to Pops where Pops is trying to figure out what exactly to do with Speed because he doesn't want Speed to end up like his brother Rex. So he ends up calling Speed's mom, but alas, he doesn't get to talk to her because the Tiger Syndicate shows up and the Tiger Syndicate wants Pops to build a special engine for this Formula X car that their gang or company wants to enter into the Formula X race. Pops refuses, and he ends up getting beat up really bad. So Speed ends up actually coming home and finding his dad in really bad shape. We find out that his dad had a heart attack, and the ambulance will not get there fast enough. So what does Speed do? He gets the bright idea to basically put his brother and his dad in the Mach 5 and haul ass to the nearest hospital, which causes a big high-speed chase with the police in town, which ends up with them getting to the hospital, but as Speed ends up getting arrested for all the laws he basically broke. Does his dad survive? I don't know. Tune in next time for another issue of Speed Racer. All right, so let's take a look at the internal artwork. This is actually one of the vintage or retro variant covers. The artwork does not look like this, sad to say. But here is your creative team right there. Give them all the love and respect they deserve. I just have to say, the artwork in this is actually a lot of fun. It definitely does update the characters of Speed and Rex and Pops and stuff like that and gives them a really new, nice twist. It has like a nice balance of like comic books and like anime manga style, I feel like. And I really like the updated character designs. And like the car designs and stuff are really cool. And one thing this issue does really well is like the racing and the action and stuff that they show off in this first issue. It is definitely a lot of fun, that's for sure, with all the different crazy weapons and stuff like that. But yeah, the colors pop. I love the layouts of the different panels and stuff. You definitely get into this. Like, there's some pretty hard-hitting panels in this with the emotion and stuff. Like, I definitely felt it. I really more felt it on Pop's side as a father myself versus Speed, where I felt like kind of Speed was a little bit selfish, a little bit. But yeah, artwork is amazing and a lot of fun. That is for sure. Definitely looking forward to what is to come story-wise. But man, I mean, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful artwork. So I just have to say, I didn't really know what to expect going into this. I have watched the Speed Racer anime before, and I'm actually a big fan of the original manga, MachGoGoGo. Now, there have been plenty different adaptations of Speed Racer in comic book format. And I just have to say, this one was actually pretty good, and I felt like it definitely honors the source material of the original and takes it and twists it a little bit here and there. Like Speed and his family aren't really perfect, which is one thing that I really liked about this. And it seemed like nothing was like cookie cutter, like, oh, everything's okay now. Like now it's like, oh, we got more stuff to worry about. Now Pops might be dead or dying, with his heart attack, and Speed might be arrested. Who knows? Which I found like a lot of fun, and I really liked the car interpretations of the racing that they had in this. I know that Speed is going to be going into the Formula X like circuit for racing and stuff. I know it's probably not going to be all street racing and whatnot, but this comic does depict that Formula X stuff in a new way, which I really liked. I love seeing all the gadgets and gizmos that this particular issue had. When I'm looking forward to see where exactly this goes. Where I feel like this kind of falls short, and this might be just a little tiny nitpick here and there, but with Mad Cave. So at the end of this, we get basically a short story for the upcoming Racer X story. And at the end, it's like, hey, buy and purchase Racer X. Me personally, maybe you should have waited on that, to be honest. Maybe let Speed Racer grow and, get some legs under it, like the comic book, and then introduce, like, the Racer X miniseries spinoff for the Speed Racer. I don't know. It just seems a little odd and a little maybe counting their chickens before they hatch scenario. I will end up trying the Racer X series out to see how exactly it is and have it stacks up to this first issue of Speed Racer. But I mean, that's just a little nitpick I had, and I was like, I don't know, like, could we just waited a couple months and then announce it? I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Now I'm saying that, I feel like maybe I'm overreacting a little bit, to be honest. But yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts down below. This first issue was a lot of fun. And let me know your thoughts down below. I'm going to talk to you, Mike. Catch you guys on the next episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Stay safe. Go read some comics.